Welcome back this week, folks. This one, we're gonna jump back into the Grand Cherokee. So for those that haven't watched all the rest of the videos, and there's quite a few of them, this is a 94 Grand Cherokee that we've been doing as a shop project. We are literally at the last two stages of this whole project. We've been driving it, we've redone, we rebuilt the transmission, we've done the transfer case, we did the custom axle installs, all the new suspension, rebuilt half the crap on the motor. We just got done doing oil pan rear main seal because they were leaking from sitting for so many years. One thing that I really don't like about the vehicle is the carpet. It's disgusting, it's old. It's actually not nasty gross, it just has a lot of stains, a lot of fading. It's from 1994, it's sat forever. So I don't have any connection. I jumped on autocustomcarpet.com. When I just typed in 94 Jeep Grand Cherokee carpet, there was half a dozen hits. This one seemed to have a pretty cool website. We went a little bit darker in color, but it's supposed to be actually fitted carpet. We're gonna figure out how good it fits, because I mean, is it garbage or is it good? I don't know. I have some leftover sound deadener, our Amazon sound deadener that we love so much from other projects. So we're gonna put some sound deadener in a few different spots, kind of like the big pan areas. But now we gotta rip the whole entire interior out, which is seats, side trims, everything. Clean it all up, wipe it all down. If there's any bare spots, we gotta get paint on it. Then we gotta put the sound deadener down, and then we gotta see if the carpet actually fits. If not, we have to make it fit. And then we gotta put the whole interior back in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. Everything on this Jeep has been so nice to take apart and work on, but seat bolts from 1994, a little scared. So that being said, we'll just let Eric do it, right? I don't wanna do it. If shit's gotta break, I mean, just like to blame it on him. I'm kidding, I'm gonna help Eric out with it today. We're gonna get going on this, and then after that, we've only got one project left. We're gonna send this thing out to get painted. And then we can do the big reveal of why we even built this stupid thing. Stupid 94 Grand Cherokee. I will say though, it's turned out pretty sweet. So let's put some carpet in. So like I said, we don't have any affiliation with these folks. We don't know anything about them, but it's accmats.com. Auto Custom Carpets Incorporated. We just Googled it. I just found out this is the same brand carpet that Eric put in his Cherokee when we did his full Cherokee complete redo. He's told me that it comes wide and long, so you do have to trim it to fit, and none of the openings are cut out around the shifter and stuff like that. So there is gonna be some cutting involved. I'll give you a thing that says read full instructions before beginning. So we're gonna ignore that. And we just swept the floor, so we can take a look at this. Oh, that's gonna look way better. That's gonna look a lot better. So it's actually got the vinyl right there like the factory used to. Ah, that's pretty sweet. Get this out and get it relaxing. And then this is the rear cargo area. Oh, that's gonna make the interior look new. So we've already done the headliner. So we did the headliner, all of the dash and all of the doors are in beautiful condition. This is the last thing inside that doesn't look super nice. So with the addition of doing this, the interior is gonna look like it's new. Seats are in amazing condition too. And then we bought the WeatherTech floor mats, so we'll be able to protect our new carpet. So this is actually gonna go really well. Cool, let's do it. So in the back, we've already started tearing it apart. We got the trim off down here. We're getting ready to take that off, and then we got to take this side off after we get the seats out, and then we can get down to this and see. It's just up here is the original gray color, and back here it's kind of nasty. There used to be a water leak, so the water leak kind of got to it. So here's the other part of the interior in the back seat. So it's got the WeatherTech mats in the back, which are awesome, but the carpet underneath isn't so good. You can see stains and stuff down here. So you can see the carpet up in the front's not too bad, but there's a bunch of staining up around the shifter. Let's see if I can look closer on that. So there's a bunch of staining there, and there's a whole bunch of it right around here. So you could probably spend a lot of time cleaning this all up. Like I said, the interiors, or the headliner's all brand new. Seats are nice, dash is nice. It was worth it. So all in on this carpet, I think I'm less than 300 bucks. So I bought the carpet kit, I did a little bit of upgrade as far as like the material and the backing on it and stuff. I got like another 30 bucks into the sound deadener, but that was already left over from another project. So, I mean, honestly, this is not an expensive thing to freshen up the carpet on the interior of your vehicle. I wish we could buy Armorlite for it because I love Armorlite, but they'll never make, you know, the flooring for a vehicle of this vintage, and the Grand Cherokees just aren't popular enough either. So, honestly, this was the best way for us to go. Just buy a new carpet kit. It's not very expensive. I mean, literally just a few $100, and then a crap ton of time and labor, right? We got to get the old carpet out. Any rust spots, we got to sand down clean, maybe sandblast, put some paint on it, do some sound deadener. We want to protect it for the long term. So other than time, which is a big pain in the butt, this isn't a very expensive project. So if you have a nice vehicle and you got a lot of time, money into it, don't be afraid to throw some carpet in that darn thing and make it look good.
Can I reach it?
All right, bolts are out. Really simple. You just lift them out. Be gentle not to tear your vinyl on anything. So we got the seats out. Seat belts are out. This was really stuck to the floor because I think this rear hatch seal used to leak before we fixed it. So it's been wet a million times. All of these little tie downs just pull right through the carpet. Do yourself a favor, try to take this out in one piece, because if you need to transfer or get any measurements for your other carpet, it's all right here. Nice little template. We are going to end up pulling these completely off when we get the new carpet ready to go down, but this just lets us get this out now and see what the floor looks like. So, that being said, zero rust. None. Nothing. Not even any surface rust back here hardly. That's just goo. So we're going to get these side panels off. We're going to clean this and vacuum it really good. It's already got sound deadener back here, so I don't think we're going to add any more here. I don't know what's under the carpet up front, so we might add sound deadener, we might not. We might not even need that sound deadener. No, won't lie, it's the first time I've done carpet in Grand Cherokee, so I didn't even know this was here.
Well, after you get all the 4 bolts out, these are electric seats in this particular Jeep. It's one little connector. You can flip the seat forward pretty easy. And then, carefully maneuver your seat. And just like that.
All right, prime example of why we're doing this. Look how nasty that carpet is. There's been like 50 million cups of coffee dripping right there, or something. We might not want to know what that is. Okay, this was some pretty nasty carpet. You can see all the stains, so gross. Whole bunch of change too. So we're gonna pull out the front carpet. We already got the center console out, we got the trim panels out. Be super careful. A lot of this plastic is, you know, 20, 30 years old. Be super careful, take your time. Once the center console's out and the trim plastic's all out, now we can start removing the carpet, and then we can start getting some measurements and make some cuts to get the new stuff going in after we clean the floor. When you're doing this, as you can see watching Eric, be really careful. You got to pull all your wires through, seatbelt wires, anything. And then you got to work your way up around the center console area because it does tuck up under the dash.
We better do it from that side now.
All right, so the inside of this is actually really super clean, just like the rest of this whole entire Jeep. Being it was down south its whole life, there is no rust. There's really hardly even any grime. Every bolt came out, every screw came out. You can see back here, it's actually in great shape, and they used factory sound deadener almost all over the whole entire vehicle. So there's some free corn down there. The only thing we're gonna do for sound deadener is we're gonna add one piece right here, because the muffler's right there. The muffler's right underneath this spot. We're gonna put one piece of sound deadener right there just for some extra heat protection. Probably don't need it. It's probably just honestly a waste of time, but we have a whole crap ton of it. We're not gonna sound deaden the whole vehicle because we don't need to, but the muffler's right there. So we're gonna put just one small piece right there, and we can start putting carpet in this thing once we wipe it all down and vacuum it and clean it all up. All right, so you can really see the difference between the old and the new. So this is all form fitted. It's all nice and curved. It's all cut out. Everything for the seat belts and the seat brackets and everything's cut out. Shifter, center console. This has no forming to it. It does have some, don't get me wrong, it's kind of fitted, right? But we have to finish the fit. We have to cut all of this out for that center console and for the shifter. All of the seat mounting stuff needs to get cut. It's way bigger. It's like significantly longer and wider. So there's gonna be a lot of tedious fitting here. We're just gonna kind of put it in, start fitting it and cutting and getting it all trimmed into place. Measure, fit, and mark things 1,000 times before you cut because you can't put it back. Now, I guess technically you could like use carpet glue, but that's kind of stupid. So really take your time to do your fitting when you're doing something like this, or this is gonna be the really super hard part. You might even consider paying a, interior shop to do something of this nature, but we're not. We're gonna figure it out. Eric's done it before. How hard could it be? All right, so it's in and it's ready for us to assemble. Now I will say it's all like poofy and wrinkly and all that crap. It's gonna calm down and settle itself down. We're gonna start up here. We're gonna get the center console in. That'll hold that. Then we can kind of tuck and pull a little bit and get it put up under our trim and get the seats in. And once you put your floor mats and everything in, the wrinkles will kind of just fall out of it. It'll just kind of go together. At first, it's just gonna seem like it's not gonna lay down well. Don't get crazy with glue. Let it have some time, a little bit of heat. Put the darn thing together. You can always readjust a little later if need be. So here's what it looks like. It really does kind of lay down and all the wrinkles kind of just work their way out once you start bolting it all together. Huge, huge difference. Let's see how Eric's doing back here. So he's starting to get everything all trimmed and kind of just roughly fit into place. You can see how he's got to trim all that up to get it to lay down right. So you can see here, he still has to do the fitting along this edge. He's got this kind of tucked in and ready. And once you start putting all the body panels in, it all just kind of starts to slowly lay down and pull tight because you can get everything nice and stretched. So this is another good example of the carpet needs to relax. It's got a couple little wrinkles in it. It kind of moves a little bit. But the sides really help hold it all in once you get the trim in. He's getting everything fitted. It's actually fits quite well. A lot of cutting and trimming to get it all in here though. And then this will just kind of calm down and relax eventually. All right, so in the back, we gotta vacuum up all of our stuff from cutting. Gotta finish putting in a few pieces of trim here, put the spare tire in it, let it relax. For the most part, just go drive it. I think next we need to prep this thing for some body and some paint work. And I might have a couple other cool small little things we're gonna do this, maybe one big thing. So that's all the Grand Cherokee for today. If you want carpet, it's super cheap to buy. Probably gonna take you a day or so to do it. Time, patience, and a little bit of scissor work, and anything can be done. So appreciate you guys tuning in this week, and see you next Wednesday.